What's up everybody, Mr. Snow here. And it didn't feel like my little cartoon guy came out exactly the way I wanted it to, so I'm gonna try doing a live action intro and outro. Just let me know what you think about it in the comments section. If you like the cartoon character more, hey, maybe we stick with this. Kind of up in the air of what I want to do with it right now, just trying different things. But in the meantime, let me tell you why you should be watching Cobra Kai Season 1 right now.
Cobra Kai Season 1 is a sequel to the Karate Kid movies. How many and which ones in particular, I'm not sure about. We don't see Jackie Chan running around, so I'm pretty sure that movie's out. But it really doesn't matter. Hell, I've never seen a Karate Kid past the original one, and I wasn't lost in this at all. Now, a friend of mine has seen them all and assures me there's plenty of little Easter eggs and callbacks to the other films, but they flew over my head with nary a thought. So fret not, even if you've never seen or heard of the IP in question, they give you all the info you need to know and you won't be lost. Anyway, getting into this, our main character is Johnny Lawrence, the best student at the once great karate dojo Cobra Kai. And apparently ever since he lost to Daniel-san in the first movie, his life has been a downward spiral, while Danny Boy has been able to ride the coattails of his victory to great success in life being a car sales mogul in LA. This brings me to my first question of the series. Has no one ever heard of MMA? Or heck, even Muay Thai? I'm sorry, I'm pretty sure more people have heard of the UFC and would be more impressed by Chuck Liddell or Randy Couture than a kid who won a local karate tournament 30 years ago. Screw it, doesn't matter. I guess in this show's universe, Hoist Gracie took up knitting or something. We meet Johnny being a complete dick to some kid on his way to work, where his life is going in the manner of a typical movie protagonist.
Sucks to be me.
No, it sucks to be me. It sucks to be me.
Well, life happens, and shortly after, that kid from earlier is getting bullied, and it turns out old Johnny Boy's power level is still above 9,000. The jerk kids in question not only have no clue who they're up against, because holy crap, Johnny was the runner-up in a local karate tournament 30 years ago, but they also attempt the tried-and-true method of overcoming a single enemy by trying to attack him one at a time. Well, one kid did try to hold him for a buddy.
Oh man, they've learned how to learn.
One thing leads to another, and after a chit-chat with Daniel-san, he decides to resurrect the Cobra Kai dojo with that kid he defended as his first student. In the original Karate Kid movie, you didn't see a whole lot of the Cobra Kai training, which makes sense because it was about Daniel-san instead of Johnny. This time around, however, we're getting more of the Cobra Kai sense of training and their philosophy. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy. It focuses on action instead of reaction, and it's actually a good lesson to learn that Johnny teaches. He stresses it doesn't just apply to karate, but to life. Take initiative in life, don't wait in life, and let other people take what you can go after. Be proactive and be damn good at it. So Johnny is teaching an impressionable young mind Cobra Kai karate, and Daniel-san gets triggered.
I will go to hell before I sit here and I watch this country and the world turned over to these savages. I'm done, I'm pissed, and I'm not putting up with it anymore. Let me tell you something, you filthy traitors in the government, you pieces of crap. You are the most degenerate, twisted, mentally ill people I've ever seen, wanting to gang rape this republic and this country and the West that has been the literal cornerstone, the absolute jewel in the crown of free Western Renaissance societies and the very best literature, music, technology, science, medicine, culture the world's ever seen. You Satanists want to sacrifice the West. You want to kill the beautiful goddess that is the West. You people are enemies, and we're going to kiss your asses, and we know what you're up to, and we're coming for you.
And what's this? Johnny has his own bouncing baby boy, a similar age to Daniel-san's daughter.
Nani?
Yeah, 3 guesses to who ends up teaching him karate, and another 3 for who he shacks up with in Season 2. He's introduced as a bad apple, but anyone who has seen TV before can see his character arc coming a mile away. Daniel-san is starting to have issues with his daughter's douche friends, and it becomes kind of a family drama-focused bit of the show with no karate or anything like that involved, which is surprising because you'd think he'd be able to just tell his daughter, hey, I won a local karate tournament 30 years ago, and she'd slap on the chastity belt before he could say abstinence. But in all seriousness, I do like these scenes. It shows Daniel-san's life isn't perfect, his daughter is naive and getting in with a very bad crowd, and his son is a little bastard ordering him around and spending his time in video games rather than reality. Getting back to the karate business, Miguel, Johnny's first student from earlier, finally got enough Zenkai boost to beat the school bullies. This wins him the girl and nets a boon of students for Cobra Kai. Johnny is a bully to these kids, however, because he would have been a bully to them back in his day and he hasn't changed a whole lot. They're not the students he wants, but they're the students he's stuck with, pretty much. However, the student with the jacked up lip takes his lessons to heart and gets himself a mohawk to shed his nerdy skin. And wait just a minute here, because I'm pretty sure there wasn't enough hair on that kid's head to make a mohawk stand that high. So either the barbers in LA are the same ones from Final Fantasy XIV, or I've been drinking again. So life is going pretty good for the Cobra Kai teens, and wouldn't you know it, that local tournament Daniel-san won 30 years ago is rearing its head again, and Johnny wants a piece of the action. But due to Cobra Kai's actions under its previous owner, they've been given a lifelong ban. This is one of those things lifelong fans of the movie will probably get a lot more out of, because there's a few names and events mentioned here and there that went over my head. Some guy is dead, and some other guy Johnny never knew did something or whatever. It was one of those bits where my best friend who knows this universe inside and out was sitting there with a smug grin like a comic book geek in a Marvel movie when they mentioned the staff of the Living Tribunal or something like that. But we can't have nice things forever, can we? After a series of unfortunate events, Miguel and the other Cobra Kai teens start to become the bullies they were fighting against, and Daniel-san learns of his pupil's true parentage. Though parts of it had me scratching my head going, okay, why is this such a problem? It was all in the pursuit of setting up the pieces for the tournament. Now, we've all seen this setup before, the plucky underdog getting in way over his head versus the elite badass force antagonizing the story wherein the underdog overcomes and snatches victory from the jaws of defeat. Kinda like how Daniel-san won his local karate tournament 30 years ago.
Again, it's like poetry, so if they rhyme.
Well, unfortunately for Team Miyagi-Do, Johnny's talk to the teens about how the world doesn't care and has no mercy worked a little too well, and they resort to illegal moves and cheap shots to win the tournament. And the thing is, Johnny ain't happy about this. The combination of his student's ruthless nature and his son's pain make him realize he's created a monster. I mean, this is not how this kind of story is supposed to end. The bad kid turned good is supposed to beat the cheaters and give them their comeuppance. But no, in the end, to Johnny's dismay, the dishonorable tactics of Cobra Kai won the day and they're on top of the world once again. Before we close this video out though, I want to touch on something. A lot of Johnny's problems with Daniel-san could have been avoided had he not called his dojo Cobra Kai. Danny was fine with Johnny. I mean, granted, not the other way around. But anyway, Daniel-san blamed Cobra Kai for Johnny's previous faults. Heck, he only goes on the offensive against Johnny after seeing Cobra Kai is revived. Even in Season 2, when Johnny gets together with other prior Cobra Kais, they all come to the unanimous decision Cobra Kai was a terrible time in their lives that they've grown past. Hell, just call it John Fu or something, I don't know. Would he even have the rights to Cobra Kai anyway? Wouldn't that LLC belong to the old master? Yeah, whatever. Cobra Kai Season 1 was better than it had any right to be. And if you ask me, I think the greatest strength of the show lies not necessarily in its good characters, or heck, even middling characters. It's got people. Daniel LaRusso, Johnny Lawrence, and the rest of the cast are so well fleshed out, it feels like I could drive down to LA right now and run into him at the bar, or see the Cobra Kai dojo, or the LaRusso Auto Group shops. Cobra Kai Season 1 has been out for about a year now, and if you haven't seen it yet, you need to fix that. You have a good day while you do that.